was totally Doctor Who.
Now this is where we like to take a look inside the world of your favourite Time Lord. Hey, and what a world it's turning out to be. Yeah. I bet there's not that many people, Liz, who are rushing back to school after the school reunion episode.
No.
And what's the betting? Teacher's nickname, Finch.
Yeah, I mean, how brilliant was the latest episode of Doctor Who? You had K9, Sarah J. Smith and the Quillitanes. There was so much, I hardly had time to draw a breath.
You won't have much time in this show either.
Oh.
Have a look at what's still to come. We catch up with the big man himself, David Tennant, as he talks about robotic dogs, long-lost friends and going back to school.
The cadets in Companion Academy discover that they must learn to trust in others, but how many of them will walk?
And Liz goes deep undercover to take a look around the world's only official Dalek factory, constructing, adding bling and exterminating.
Since the TARDIS first materialised on the Powell estate, being Rose Tyler's boyfriend has been a bit of a rollercoaster ride for Mickey Smith. And it hasn't been that much different for actor Noel Clarke. As the man behind the boy, he's been through it all. So for a scene from the latest episode, it wasn't a surprise to see Noel having a smashing time.
It's stunt day on episode 3.
Stuntman is going to drive the car from about this point here and zoom it right through those doors. It's going to be really cool, and the special effects people are going to detonate a huge explosion.
We need to know which bit of wood is going to fly where the glass is going to drop.
OK, so once you've done that,
We've talked it through. We've talked it through in stunt meetings. We've talked it through in design meetings.
Adam, those folks are creeping in. I want them over there, please.
With the cameras in place, there's no going back, as the experts step in to install the explosives.
We're going to be putting individual charges on each, all twinned into one button. I hit the button about a foot from when the car actually hits the door.
You learn about the safety aspect, how the stuntman practices. And you stop just as he's got to the doors.
With the crowd on tenterhooks, it's fingers crossed that the stunt goes right first time.
You get one chance. There's one hit.
very good. I can't wait to watch bits of it back.
Mission accomplished.
It's that time again, or should I say, it's that time Lord again.
Oh, very nice.
Last time we had David Tennant on the show, the response from you lot was so fantastic that, well, we just had to get him in again.
So here he is, the one and only Doctor Who, Mr. David Tennant.
Hey, lovely to see you.
Hello. All right.
All right. Oh, and your beard.
Nice to see you again.
You too, sir. Make yourself cosy.
Thanks very much.
Home.
Now, this is that part of the show we normally go. Now, let's take a look at you in action. But we've seen you in action before, because it's your second visit to the show. So tell us about your favourite scene that you've worked on, and we'll see if we can sort that out for you.
Favourite scene? Well, certainly one of my favourites was probably from the Christmas Invasion. Partly because it was one of the first ones I ever did, and it was the first time that myself and Billy and Camille Kaduri and Noel Clarke, it was the first time the four of us were all together, and it's a scene on the balcony. Just the Doctor's still trying to recover from his regeneration. He's trying to sort it out, but he gets overcome again by regenerative trauma.
Well, let's see how he gets on, eh?
OK.
And so to the questions. OK, David. Claire from Chester, she's 12 years old, says, do you sometimes forget you're Scottish because you're really good at an English accent?
Ooh, that's an interesting question, Claire. I don't think I ever forget, but certainly when I'm in Doctor mode, it comes fairly smoothly by now, yeah.
But to have an accent that's so different, do you have to constantly think about what you say?
Not the accent that I do as the Doctor, no, because I've used that accent in lots of different things, really. So I slip in and out of it quite easily now. You get used to these things, you know.
They're a whole in a day's work for a top actor.
Of course it is.
Davina Tootham wants to know. By the way, she says she and her friends think you are a brilliant Doctor. Just thought I'd get that in.
Thanks very much, Davina, and your friends.
She wants to know if you could be any villain, who would you be?
Ooh.
In Doctor Who, think of all the ones that they've been.
That's a very good question.
It is, isn't it? I can see you
thinking. To which I
thinking.
don't have a very good answer.
It's got to be a sicker accent. They're scariest, aren't they?
They are quite good. They have quite good cloak action, don't they?
Yeah.
Which I suppose would be quite good.
So
You'd want one with a big, fancy outfit, wouldn't you? Something with a big, nasty-looking outfit. Someone with pointy shoes and a big hat.
Now, that's an answer. Pointy shoes, pointy hat. Look out for that bad guy. Very scary.
Okay. And there's still one character we need to talk about, which is, of course, K9. He made a heroic return in School Reunion. What was it like having him back?
It was great. I mean, I'd grown up watching K9. He was first in the show in the mid-70s when I was a nipper. So it was great for me to suddenly be working with him. And I think everyone on set got very excited when suddenly K9 was zipping around, and everyone had to have a photograph taken with him and pat him on the head. Brilliant.
Oh, very cute. Well, let's have a look at that tin dog in action.
Forget the shooty dog thing.
You can see why it's handy to keep man's best friend knocking about the place, can't you? What a laser beam action there, loving K9. He's actually inspired two of our Totally viewers as well, called Bracken and Sam. Hello, Bracken and Sam, you all right?
Yeah.
Nice to see you guys. Now, they've got their very own versions of K9 here. So let's start with Bracken first. This is your K9. Tell us about it.
It's made out of blue Fimo, and underneath the body is yellow and white Fimo underneath it, and then I covered it with blue Fimo.
What do you think, David?
It's great. It's very detailed, and all the little buttons are all flashing away on the top. Fantastic.
And what about Sam? How did you make yours?
Well, I made it with like paint and paper mache and Easter egg boxes.
Oh, very handy. David, is he barking up the right tree with that K9?
Absolutely. It's almost life-size, that one. It's very heavy as well. He weighs about the same as the real K9, that one.
Well, listen, guys, thank you very much for coming in and showing us your
thank
K9s. And just excuse me for 1 second, I have to go and see a man about a dog. Now, there's one question that mums and dads are too embarrassed to answer. Where do Daleks come from? The reason they get all in a fluster is because actually they don't know the answer. We do, though.
Exterminate! There you go again. Always wanting to destroy, always exterminating. Well, here's something of a change. I've come to a special factory full of Daleks, not to witness destruction and devastation, but to find out how a Dalek is brought to life. And first things first, I'm going straight for the weapon. Now, Nick, my dad's got a bakery, and to me this looks like a big cake mixer, and I know at home if they make Daleks you usually use a whisk, but what is it?
It's the gun.
So you're assembling the gun?
That's right, yeah.
It's a big job.
Yeah, well, it takes a little bit of fiddling around because you've got lots and lots of bits and pieces to go in there.
What part of the Dalek is this?
This actually is a detail piece that comes off the neck, which is just beneath the dome. Each Dalek has 24 of these little things, so we have to make 24 of them.
How long does it take to make a full Dalek?
Maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks. And we send them all over the world as well. We've actually got one that's going to Australia very shortly.
Is that right, really?
Yep.
But they're not the real Daleks that you make here that are used in Doctor Who, are they?
No, these aren't, but the BBC very kindly let us borrow one of theirs, and we measured it and took moulds and things off it, and they're the most accurate ones you can get.
Does that mean that they've got the pink octopus thing inside?
No, sorry, there's no pink octopus inside. It's just the outside machine.
We are the superior beings.
No, don't worry. I'm not the next Doctor Who baddie. I'm here to spray a Dalek. And Rob is going to show me how. Hi, Rob.
Hello there.
Is the Dalek ready?
It certainly is. It's all primed and ready to go. It's all yours.
Spray painting. I can't wait. It's gone a bit bubbly.
Yeah, it would do the way you spray it.
I tell you what, it looks lovely.
Rob doesn't seem too impressed by my spraying, so I'll let the expert take over.
Let the experts do it.
Okay.
Ah, I think you got me there.
How do you think it looks?
Well, I think it looks lovely.
Ian, the finished Dalek is a lot bigger than you imagine. It's been nicely dirtied up. I have to say, it's a bit of a shock when you first see it. You're like that, don't shoot.
Absolutely. Most people say when they first see it, it's really big. That's the first thing everybody says when they see it.
I hear that the Dalek has actually stood next to the Queen. Is that right?
It has. In 1999, we had one of our Daleks featured in the Royal Mail stamp for the Millennium stamp collection.
So you could have licked the back of a Dalek.
You could.
Age, 900 years.
26 years. I've got
Go
Captain
on,
Jack.
son. Yeah, I had the Dalek. I completely annihilated, exterminated you there, actually. Look at these top trumps that have been sent in by Grace from Newport. How cool are these? Every single character has its own statistics. There's the Slovene, I can never say that word, and look, they've got all the little stats there, and they're actually pretty good as well. Thank you very much, Grace. Lovely stuff.
It's so cool. Can we play again afterwards?
I'll beat you later, of course.
Aw. Have a look at this, though. This is delicious. It's been sent in by Christopher, Charlotte and Natalie from Scotland. They made a Dalek chocolate cake, and oh, I bet they enjoyed eating that. Thank you very much for that, guys.
Go well with a bit of Dalek bread, that, won't it?
Because you've all been so good sending us stuff, you all get a Totally Doctor Who mug.
1 minute they're taking lessons, the next they're hanging upside down. We find out how as we go behind the scenes with the Krillitanes.
Joe Pickley joins us to talk about life as Kenny, as well as taking the Huru Challenge.
And vacuum-packed rats have no place in the Companion Academy, but mice might, as the cadets are asked to trust. It's time now for another visit to the Companion Academy. Now, we've already seen the dismissal of one of the young cadets, which now leaves 7 hopefuls who are all keen to prove that they've got what it takes to be the Doctor's companion.
As you know, only one will graduate and get to walk through the doors of the TARDIS. That plucky, or should I say lucky cadet, will get to spend the day on the set of Doctor Who.
And that is worth its weight in sonic screwdrivers, trust me.
Last time on Companion Academy, the cadets had to ask the right questions.
Is this person very famous?
Pass.
Is this person Queen Victoria?
Yes. Yeah! But the judges made themselves known by dismissing the first cadet, Joe. 7 cadets remained to face the next task, and today they will be expected to trust.
I want to see their reactions when they see what's on the floor.
Yes.
Mousetraps.
Welcome back, cadets. As a Time Lord's companion, it's important to be able to place your trust in others. For this reason, this task is all about trust.
This one's really got them going, hasn't it?
As you can see, the judges have had a new carpet fitted. I hope you like it. But before I ask you to walk over it, please remove your shoes and socks.
What do you think is going through their minds at the moment? Do you think it is terror?
And place your blindfolds over your eyes. And remember to trust.
No, it's just building the tension even further.
Well, it is, yeah. I'd love to know what they're thinking now.
Now edge your way to the carpet.
Here they go.
Ooh, it's taking Kyra. Ooh, Adam's going very slowly.
There's a tiny little baby steps from Kyra.
Now take a deep breath and put all your trust in me. On the count of 3, trust me and take 3 steps forward. The quicker you are, the less painful it will be. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
First
one, there she goes.
And Alex.
And, Jamie's across. There
well
he goes.
Done.
Jamie, Alex, Louise and Billy, you have made it across.
Adam can't believe it. Come on, Adam. They've got their shoes and socks off, walking across all these mousetraps. The image of that, it's incredible they've gone that far.
Oh, she isn't going at all, is she?
Go on.
Under pressure.
Go on, Kyra.
Yes! Yeah. Kyra's
Go
gone.
on, Chrissy.
OK, cadets, you can now lift your blindfolds. The judges will now decide if any of you should leave the academy.
I think it taught us a lot about them, that challenge. Who was up for it straight away, who took a little bit of time but got there in the end, and those who just couldn't quite bring themselves to make that sort of leap of faith.
You know, I think Doctor Who would be delighted to have a number of these kids as assistants, knowing full well he could say, do this, trust me, don't question it, off you go. And they would just do it.
Yeah.
Well done, cadets. The judges were very impressed with the way you tackled that task. For this reason, no one will be dismissed from the academy.
Such a tough task for them.
Would have been such a shame then to lose one of them after doing that. It would.
They've just all gone up so much in my estimation.
I think the judges will think that I did really well because I walked over quite quickly.
I was surprised when I found out that all of those traps were all fakes.
I think the judges will think that I'm brave, but I did have to wait and think before I went over it.
I'm quite confident about the next challenge, as long as it's nothing like crawly or squidgy or something strange.
Now here on Totally, we're striving to bring you loads extra, and we thought we've done the one guest thing. You know, we can talk to one person, why not talk to two at a time? So we've got Joe Pickley in. Hello, Joe, how you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Very well, good to have you in the studio. Lots of questions for you. So before we fire away, should we have one of those little watch your clip things?
Yeah, let's see a little bit of you two together in episode 3.
OK, we need to get to the kitchens. Mickey!
What now, hold the coats?
Get all the children unplugged and out of the school.
Now then, bats. How do we find bats?
So let's fire straight in with your first question, Joe. It's from Anna, who's a totally Doctor Who fan, which helps. She says, how did you get to play a part in Doctor Who?
Well, it all goes down to my agent from the school, and then I went through the auditions, and then I just found out I got the part.
As easy as that? So was your agent actually actively looking for you to work in Doctor Who and then say, oh, by the way?
It was like someone called from the BBC about being in Doctor Who and said, do you have a boy like this like hair colour, say, with glasses or whatever? And
good-looking dude.
Yeah,
right.
That's me. and then you got then they sent off for an audition like my Polaroid, and then that's how I come back and I got the audition.
Brilliant. Okay.
Okay, well you can both pitch in with the answer to this question because Jake, age 7 from Suffolk, wants to know what it's like working together.
A nightmare.
Absolutely.
Start to finish. I can't believe we're sitting on a sofa together, really. That was good fun. We had a laugh.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, we had a good laugh.
Any cool stories you can tell us about? I mean, did you work together quite a lot?
There's one bit where we all, I remember we come out the classroom door and they're kind of all arranged.
Oh yeah,
along.
is that when the fire alarm goes off?
Yeah, they're all kind of quivering. Because the crillatines aren't actually there. You know, they're added in computer graphics later. So you're having to imagine these things, you're stepping over these things or get around these things that aren't there. So that, yeah, that was a laugh.
That was cool, yeah.
Nice one. Well, as always, we've got very little time to speak to you, but it's always a pleasure to have you in the studio. So thank you for answering those questions for now.
Pleasure.
All good science fiction stories have monsters in them, but then there are Doctor Who monsters like nothing you've ever seen or dreamt of before. Some of these monsters, like the werewolf in Tooth and Claw and Cassandra, are completely computer-generated, but it takes hundreds of hours to get the best monsters from a thought in someone's head to the finished beast in a Doctor Who episode, and the Krillitanes were no exception.
The Krillatons appear in episode 3 of the new series, and they are sort of bat-like creatures.
It's nearly time for lunch.
And they also have the ability to look like human beings. I know Russell T Davies had a little bit of influence in how the creature evolved. He went through several stages.
Close the school.
The transition between human teachers into their Krillatan form took some work to make that not look like an old-school 1980s music video with people morphing. So we had this organic, oily, smoky texture to the transition. We're really happy with the end result. It's quite exciting.
This isn't your classroom, Kenny.
When they transformed back into human beings from being Krillatons, we decided to try and save some work because there's a lot of shots with them leaping around the corridors and telling the story. So James Hall, the director, sort of have them transforming in shadow. It's quite elegant.
Cut. That was the one. Thank you.
We have to set up a sort of jigsaw of static frames that will eventually be stitched together into one developing shot. And if it works, it'll be one seamless transition.
One of the challenges in Series 2 was to make it bigger and better and bolder than Series 1 and to try and push the envelope of what is possible. We're currently working on the last 4 episodes. They're huge episodes, so it's all quite exciting.
Now, they say the human brain is divided into 3 sections. There's the midbrain, the hindbrain, and the forebrain. What we're trying to find right now is the brain crammed full of Doctor Who fact brain. It's time to find out who's going to be the next Hooroo.
The Hooroo is a royal title, achieved by few but coveted by many. Now, we have scoured the UK to look for this week's Hooroo contender, and we have come up with Josh. Josh, welcome to the Totally Studio. It's good to see you. Now, he is a Doctor Who fan of the highest order because he makes his own Doctor Who DVD covers. Josh, how are you feeling?
Quite confident.
Good. Well, today you are up against Joe, who you will have seen as the quick-witted Kenny in the school reunion episode of Doctor Who. How do you think he's going to do?
Not bad.
Joe, how are you feeling?
Half and half, fair.
You'll be fine. Good luck to both of you.
Let me talk to you about the rules, OK? You're going to be answering questions within 90 seconds. Each question is based on Doctor Who fact. If you get a question right, you get a point. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins. It's as easy as that, OK? You're nervous, aren't you?
For such a Hooroo challenge, we need a question master of the highest calibre. So let's get the 10th Time Lord in. It is David Tennant.
Hello, sir.
David, good to see you. Oh, very serious business. Now, it's not just the Hooroo title up for grabs, no, because you've got something very personal that sums up your Doctor Who experience to give away to the winner.
I do. This is my own genuine, personal and personalised script from episode 1 of the new series, New Earth. And the winner of this challenge will win the script, and I'll sign it to them as well.
Lovely stuff. OK, 90 seconds, guys. When you ask your first question, the time will start. And Josh, you're going to go first, OK? It's time to find out who is the Hooroo.
Good luck, guys. You ready, Josh?
Yep.
Here we go. What year is the long game set in?
200,000.
Correct. Joe, what are the cat nuns called in New Earth?
Pass.
The Sisters of Plenitude. Name the actor who played the editor in The Long Game.
Simon Pegg.
Correct. In the Christmas invasion, what kind of wave does the Sycorax ship create when it hits the Earth's atmosphere?
Pass.
Sonic wave. What does the Doctor give as a gift to Jabe in The End of the World?
Air from his lungs.
Correct. What does the Doctor think the hospital could do with in New Earth?
Any ideas?
That is a shot. In the episode Dalek, what does Adam think of people who say they've talked to aliens?
The knitters.
Quite correct. Which former companion makes a return in episode 3, School Reunion? You should get this.
Elizabeth Sladen.
Who played?
Sarah Jane Smith.
Quite correct.
Well done.
Which sea do the Slovene have a spaceship in?
The North Sea.
The North Sea is correct. What weapon does the Sycorax leader use to kill Llewellyn?
Not sure.
It's a whip. In the episode Dalek, what does the Doctor say Adam could throw at the Daleks to fight them?
His A-levels.
Quite correct. Always good. Visiting what city compares to time travel according to the Doctor in The Long Game?
No.
Guess the city. French.
That's it.
Ah, it's all over.
Time up. Oh, Joe, I didn't think you were going to get the end. Oh,
that was
final
Paris.
question.
The final question, the answer was Paris.
Thank you very
Thank you very much. Well, I hate to say it, Joe, but Josh, you're an out-and-out winner there.
That was a pretty sensational
amazing.
victory.
Congratulations. You know your stuff. You get the signed script from David Tennant. Joe, you don't go away empty-handed, though, because you get a lovely goodie bag as well.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you very
Thank
much. And we'll have more Hooroo next time.
That huge thing you can see sticking out there, by the way, is the Totally filing cabinet. Here it is. And we're going to get the first picture out, which is this one by Chris. Chris wants to know if you like his picture of K9. Says it right there.
Well, I love it.
Thank you very much.
I love it.
You've heard it from
I
Barker
also
herself.
love this filing cabinet because you never know what you're going to find in here. But today I'm going to pull out this. This is from Bethany in Derbyshire, and she has made her own storyboard about Doctor Who Rose and some skeletons. It's good reading. Thanks very much for that, Bethany.
Oh, it's always good in graveyards. It's very scary. If you would like to send us some more stuff to go into the Totally filing cabinet, here are the details that you need.
Yes, you can email us at totallydoctorwho@bbc.co.uk, or you can send your stuff through our letterbox at
Totally Doctor Who, PO Box 5158, CF59BD. Go on, you know you want to. Word up, homies. Guess who's put a tape in the player? And it's a preview of next week's Doctor Who. Want to watch it?
I do really, really want to watch it, but first of all, we've got a great competition. David, what are you giving away this time?
Well, I've got this rather dinky remote control K9. He talks to you and zips around, so you can win that. You can also win this signed photograph from episode 4, which is Saturday's episode, the Doctor, Rose and Mickey, and you can win this signed shooting script from episode 4, The Girl in the Fireplace.
I can't believe you're giving that K9 away because you love playing with it.
I can't quite believe it either. It might disappear into my pocket, so you better... You know.
So, thank you for that. Can we watch the tape now?
No, we can't watch the tape just yet because we need to tell you the question you need to answer to be with a chance of winning those goodies. It is, in episode 4, which country does the Doctor visit? And you have to watch this Saturday to find out. Barney, you are so impatient. You've got to wait just a little bit longer. You need to give them the email and the address to write into.
Totally Doctor Who at bbc.co.uk. That's the email address, and you can send us the old-fashioned way, you know, the snail mail. That's Totally Doctor Who. That's PO Box 5158 CF5 9BD. Now.
Well, OK, go on then. Let's have a little look at the Girl in the Fireplace.
We are under attack. There are creatures. I don't even think they're human. We can't stop them.
I need to find out what they're looking for. There's only one way I can do that.
You are inside my mind.
A spaceship from the 51st century stalking a woman from the 18th. Why?
Doctor! You and I both know, don't we, Rose? The Doctor is worth the monsters.
One of them must have found the right time window. Now it's time to send in the troops.
And this time they're bringing back her head.
Well, that's your lot for Totally. Bye.
Yeah, we're totally out of time.
See you later.
Now. We'll see you next time.
Let's get a bigger tunnel, don't we?
Yeah, all shorter guests.
Good thinking. See ya.
Noel Clarke, a.k.a. Mickey Smith, gets to grips with a rather special weapon. It's chilling stuff.
Liz checks out costume design, Doctor Who style.
Camille Kajuri, otherwise known as Jackie Tyler, drops into the Totally studio for a chinwag. We'll see you in the future.